The gateway to the Ember Realms shimmered above the broken sky vault, golden fire dancing across the sky like stars reborn. Eliot stood on the platform's edge, wind tugging at his cloak, his eyes dim embers now, gentler but deeper. Wiser, Aeris stood beside him, one hand on her blade, the other gently holding his. They had come through fire, through shadow, through chains. But this was beyond them now. The dragons were gone, returned to the source flame as guardian spirits. Malreth had been cast out, shattered into motes scattered across reality. The child form, the first hollow, silenced, and the ember? It lived now not as a tool, but as a choice. Eliot was the Flamekeeper. Varith's voice echoed from the wind, ancient and proud. Go, Eliot. The Ember Court awaits. They will not judge you. They will recognize you. Eliot turned to Aeris. You don't have to come with me. I don't know what's waiting there, she smirked. You think I'm letting the last living Flamekeeper walk into a myth without backup? He smiled. Guess not. Together they stepped through the gateway. The Ember Realms were like walking through a memory of fire and light, a world shaped from thought, will, and song. Floating citadels, burning rivers of time, trees with golden leaves that whispered forgotten names. And at the center stood the Ember Court. 12 thrones of living flame. Upon each sat a figure cloaked in radiant fire, old Flameborn, some human, some not. One had wings of sunglass, another horns made of starlight. They watched Eliot with interest, but not judgment. From the center throne, an empty seat of white flame awaited. A voice, deep and resonant, spoke. You are Eliot Emberthane. You carry not just the flame, but the balance. The ember did not consume you because you forgave its fire. Another voice, older. You did not chain it. You did not run. You chose to understand it. A third voice. And so we offer you the Flamekeeper's crown, not as ruler, but as guardian. A crown of golden fire formed in the air and gently lowered itself onto Eliot's head. It didn't burn. It felt whole. And then the court turned to Aeris. And you, child of the outer blade, stood beside the flame without being burned. Loyalty has power greater than magic. They extended their hands. To her, they offered the silver sigil of the Flame Guard, a mark that shimmered on her palm. She nodded solemnly, then grinned at Eliot. Guess I'm stuck with you now. He grinned back. Wouldn't want it any other way. Then the sky above the Ember Court darkened, not with threat, but with transition. A message. The shadow court is broken. But scattered sparks remain. Rogue magic. Echoes of Malreth. 1,000 fading threats. Eliot nodded. I'll be ready. The court's fire pulsed in rhythm like a heartbeat. Let it know the flame still lives. That magic still burns in the hands of those who remember why it matters. Back in Aerithen, the sky healed, the rifts sealed. Magic flowed more gently, no longer wild or cracking. Villages awakened to light instead of storms. Across the land, the name Eliot Emberthane became legend. But Eliot? He returned to the world not as a god, not as a tyrant, just as a boy who had learned what it meant to choose hope over fire. He and Aeris rebuilt the fallen watchtowers, taught magic to those with kind hearts. And when storms came again, as they always did, they faced them together. But high above, where stars whispered between realms, a single ember floated, untouched, watching, waiting. Because even in victory, the flame never truly rests.